That young man. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
At Charlie Kirk's memorial, all eyes were on his widow, Erika Kirk, as she stepped toward the microphone. The air was heavy, the room was silent, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But then, it happened. Not a stumble, not a natural break for air, but a beat, a calculated pause. Erika stood there, the image of a MAGA blonde power player. Platinum hair, heavy, sharp-arched eyebrows that intensified her every expression, and a gold sequin suit that glowed under the stage lights. She looked up, her posture practiced and her gaze intentional, as if she were waiting for the camera to catch the light just right. Then she said she forgave the 22-year-old suspect. Now, forgiveness in a Christian context isn't the shocker here. It's how it happened. If you listen to the raw audio, you can hear her repeating the phrase "that young man" under her breath before she says it out loud. She was lining up the emotional beat, preparing to land the moment exactly as rehearsed. The momentum build, the tear footage. And if that doesn't sit right with you, another clip has gone viral that makes the whole day feel even more like a production. Moments before she stepped on stage, footage allegedly shows her applying a tear-inducing solution to her eyes. This wasn't backstage, it was right before the microphone went hot. Minutes later, we see the perfect tears, the perfectly timed breakdown. But where does a political widow learn this level of media precision? It turns out the answer isn't in a policy room, it's in Hollywood. A resurfaced 2014 photo shows Erika standing close with Disney star David Henry. She wasn't just a fan. She called him a friend who understood her calling. David Henry wasn't just an actor. He was a Disney kid trained in emotional delivery and scripted perfection. Add this to her Miss Arizona USA 2012 crown and her reality TV stint on Bravo's Summer House, and suddenly the grieving widow looks more like a seasoned performer who was coached for this moment years ago. Is she surviving a tragedy? Or is she playing the most important role of her life to secure a future as J.D. Vance's running mate? Subscribe to see how this unfolds and comment where you're watching from. I will love to say hello to you, just to know how far our story is going. Subscribe now so you're never the last to know the reality behind the headlines. If you're still not subscribing, drop a comment. What's holding you back from knowing the truth before it's too late? There is a specific pattern emerging here, one that is becoming impossible to ignore. And once you see the mechanics behind it, you simply cannot unsee them. It starts with the way Erika Kirk grieves, or rather, the way she performs it. She has this specific way of crying, a high-pitched, almost childlike affectation that has forced even clinical observers to ask a chilling question: is Erika Kirk a psychopath? This isn't just a cruel insult. It's a genuine inquiry into whether we are witnessing actual human emotion or a highly sophisticated imitation of it. She manages these perfect tears and perfectly timed breakdowns, crying on cue for the cameras, only to switch back a composed, camera-ready CEO the moment the red light goes off. Have you ever felt like someone was being fake during a tragedy, or does Erika's behavior feel like genuine grief to you? It starts with the way Erika Kirk grieves, or rather the way she performs it. She has this specific way of crying, a high-pitched, almost childlike affectation that has forced even clinical observers to ask a chilling question: is Erika Kirk a psychopath? This isn't just a cruel insult. It's a genuine inquiry into whether we are witnessing actual human emotion or a highly sophisticated imitation of it. She manages these perfect tears and perfectly timed breakdowns, crying on cue for the cameras, only to switch back to a composed, camera-ready CEO the moment the red light goes off. Have you ever felt like someone was being fake during a tragedy? Or does Erika's behavior feel like genuine grief to you? The narrative of the innocent political widow began to crumble when a bizarre Disney connection resurfaced, exposing just how long she has been embedded in the world of professional performance. An old photo from 2014 recently leaked showing Erika standing incredibly close with David Henry, the star of Wizards of Waverly Place. They weren't just acquaintances. She posted a passionate caption calling him a blessed friend who understood her calling to change the world. You have to ask yourself, how did a pageant girl from Arizona end up in a Disney star's inner circle? We'll get to that in a moment. David Henry wasn't just an actor. He was a Disney kid, a product of a system that prioritizes media coaching, press training, and the precise mechanical delivery of emotion on camera. This leak proves Erika was moving in elite entertainment adjacent circles, learning from the best in the business, years before anyone knew her name. But to understand why this training matters, we have to go back to the inciting incident. The September 10th trigger. It was a live event at Utah Valley University, a typical day for Turning Point USA until the air was shattered by a fatal shooting. Charlie Kirk, the founder and the face of the movement, was gunned down in front of a live audience. It was a moment of pure chaos that should have brought the organization to its knees. Only subscribers get the full story of what really happened that day before the media scrubs the details entirely. Don't be left behind in the dark. Subscribe now. What happened next is what truly raised eyebrows. Most widows would be shielded from the world, lost in a fog of mourning. Instead, Erika Kirk executed an immediate, cold-blooded takeover of the empire. Just days after her husband was murdered, she was officially appointed as the new CEO of Turning Point USA. There was no transition period, no moment of hesitation. Since September 10th, she has been everywhere. Fox News, political gatherings, and standing shoulder to shoulder with Donald Trump, all while maintaining that flawlessly curated camera-ready appearance. She never saw the danger coming, and most people don't. You need to subscribe so you're not caught off guard by the next political shift. There was no transition period, no moment of hesitation. Since September 10th, she has been everywhere. Fox News, political gatherings, and standing shoulder to shoulder with Donald Trump, all while maintaining that flawlessly curated camera-ready appearance. She never saw the danger coming, and most people don't. You need to subscribe so you're not caught off guard by the next political shift. If you're wondering how she stepped into such a massive role with such clinical precision, you have to look at her pageant roots. In 2012, she wasn't a political figure. She was Erika Kirk, the newly crowned Miss Arizona USA. Pageants are not just about beauty. They are the ultimate training ground for performance. They teach you how to stand, how to smile through pain, and how to deliver scripted answers with the illusion of sincerity. She was taught to be on at all times, a skill she later refined in the cutthroat world of reality TV on Bravo's Summer House. In that world, if you don't perform, you don't exist. When you combine the Disney-level media coaching with the pageant-perfect discipline, her current grief starts to look less like a broken heart and more like a practiced script. Tell me in the comments, what is your opinion? If you're still not subscribing, drop a comment. What's holding you back from knowing the truth before it's too late? But the pageant stage was just one part of the training ground that turned Erika into the beautiful blonde powerhouse we see today. To really understand the camera-ready precision she brings to every appearance, you have to look at her time in reality TV, specifically her stint on Bravo's Summer House. Reality television is the ultimate lesson in performance. It's where you learn that authenticity is secondary to the beat. You don't survive that environment without mastering how to act and how to deliver what the audience expects on command. When people ask why her current grief looks so staged, or why she can switch her tone so rapidly, they are looking at the years of practice she spent in environments where performance is the only currency. Have you ever felt like someone was being fake during a tragedy? Or does Erika's behavior feel like a practice script to you? The cracks in the facade became truly visible during Charlie Kirk's memorial service at State Farm Stadium. Emotions were high, but as Erika stepped up to speak, observers noticed a pause that felt less like a stumble and more like a rehearsed beat. If you listen to the raw audio, you can actually hear her repeating the phrase "that young man" under her breath, almost as if she were lining up the line in her head before delivering it to the crowd. It felt less like a spontaneous moment of Christian forgiveness and more like a carefully timed emotional climax designed to make the room erupt. This wasn't the only moment that made people uncomfortable, because viral footage soon began to circulate that allegedly shows her moments before stepping on stage. In the clip, she appears to be applying a substance to her eyes that many online are claiming is a tear-inducing solution. While these claims remain unconfirmed, the timing seconds before her microphone went hot has left many wondering if the tears we saw were as scripted as the words she whispered. This sense of a curated performance only deepened when Erika began posting intimate footage of herself over Charlie's cassock. Despite her public pleas for privacy and space, she was the one hitting record, filming herself kissing his hand and speaking directly to his body for her millions of Instagram followers to see. It led to a wave of confusion. If you want privacy, why record and publish the most private moment imaginable? Even former allies like Candace Owens couldn't stay silent, calling the display a performance and questioning the decision to publish images of his dead body. Owens, who has been vocal about inconsistencies and timelines in the official story of the September 10th shooting, noted that even those within the same political space felt a deep sense of unease. Now, the speculation has shifted from her mourning to her ambition. Some are whispering that Erika isn't just surviving this tragedy, she is riding the wave of visibility to secure a massive future in the political world. There are even rumors that she is being floated as a potential running mate for Vice President J.D. Vance down the line. Vance, a major figure who attended the memorial, is someone Erika is now publicly endorsing as she steps more firmly into her inherited power as the CEO of Turning Point USA. It appears that every move, from the perfectly timed breakdowns to the public forgiveness of the suspect, is part of an ultimate power play. She never saw the danger coming, and most people don't. Subscribe so you're not caught off guard by the next political shift, because only subscribers get the full story before the media scrubs it away. Don't be left behind in the dark. If you're still not subscribing, drop a comment. What's holding you back from knowing the truth before it's too late?